is Barry Davis. I've been asked to give you a little bit of information about the history of CCA School in Dolores, in Carazo, Nicaragua. We've got pictures about the school and around the school on YouTube that you can have a look at, but we're just going to explain a little bit about the vision.
First of all, Barry, you've mentioned pictures. Can you tell us a bit about this beautiful tree behind you?
This tree behind us was a result of doing a questionnaire with our teachers. We asked them, what has given you the most joy in your year so far at school? And we asked them various questions, but that one question, the result was all these different ideas that they responded with the fruit.
Very exciting, wonderful.
Yeah.
When did CCA first open its doors to the students?
The school started in 2007, and we started with four students and 6 teachers, but 5 teachers.
What type of school is it, Barry?
CCA School is a bilingual Christian school. We follow the Nicaraguan curriculum, so we didn't want it to be an international school. We wanted it to be a Nicaraguan school that teaches bilingually.
And why did you start it in the first place? Because there are schools everywhere, even in Carazo.
There are a lot of schools in Nicaragua, and there's a lot of problems as well because many children drop out of school. From our experience, we've been here 13 years, and from our experience we saw that education is very difficult in Nicaragua with the dropout rate and also the quality. So God gave us the vision, my wife and I, to make an impact in the next generation. We'd been working in Nicaragua for 6 years at that point, and we really felt that we weren't having a strong impact. And God showed us very clearly that the best way would be through education and to work with children as young as possible, and also to have that bilingual element in the education. So that's why the answer is God gave us the vision.
You mentioned your wife. How is it possible for a Korean woman and a British man to set up a Nicaraguan school?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. When we started the school, God gave my wife and I the same vision in 2 different ways. So that was very interesting and amazing, the way that God led us. Yeah, it's just an amazing thing, the way that God showed us what to do and how to do it. And I can honestly say that it wasn't my idea, it was God's. And basically, my wife and I just followed God's leading, and it wasn't always easy, but we followed God's leading and God's provision.
And how many other nationalities are involved in the staff?
That's another interesting part of CCA School. We've got English people, Korean people, American people, Nicaraguan people, Canadian people. It's amazing how God has brought international helpers and volunteers, and I think the most interesting is that people all around the world have been praying for this school and continue to pray, and that's exciting.
You said that it's not been easy. What have you found most difficult?
If I think through every year, I would say the most difficult part of this school is to find teachers. Every year we seem to have been looking and searching for the right teachers to come to school and to work here. So the greatest struggle that we've had every year is to find teachers. I think that probably this year we're not struggling as much as we've struggled in the years gone by. Last year we were looking for 3 teachers in November at the end of the school year for the following February. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we started praying that we would get a male teacher. We'd been operating, and we had a lot of difficulties with children, and also their home situation was complicated, and we realized that one of the big needs of the school was that we needed male teachers. Anyway, last year we were able to find a male teacher, so that was really exciting. Now we've got a guy that's a PE teacher, and also another volunteer who's the music teacher, and it's really good.
And what about the easiest thing?
The easiest thing, I think, the thing that I see as we've worked all the years in this school, the easiest thing for God is to provide the finance. A lot of people look around and they look at the school and they see how big it is, and they think, many people have asked me, where does the money come from? And I can honestly say that I don't know. Only God knows, because it gets sent to us in so many different ways. And a director of a Christian school once asked me, where do you get the money from? And I just said to him, I don't know. And he looked at me really strange. I think it was difficult for him to understand, and it's difficult for me to understand, but I think that's the easiest part for God, to send the provision. The most difficult thing for God is to send people, because it takes longer.
We've mentioned a tree of joy. The teachers expressed their joy. What's given you personally the most joy?
The greatest joy for me, I think it's probably different from my wife, but working with the teachers every year, the greatest joy for me is when you see the change in the teachers and how they develop, and like we get teachers that come straight from university, and some of them's never had a job, and just to see how God works in their life and changes them, and that's quite exciting. And then you see the children develop and grow. That's exciting as well. It makes it all worthwhile.
How many students do you have at the moment?
I'm not sure. I haven't counted for a while, but I think about 130.
And finally, what advice would you give to a potential teacher or team member coming to Nicaragua to work with you?
Yeah, we get a lot of mission teams coming, and we get people coming for 1 year, 2 years. The advice I would give is that be flexible. Nicaragua is a very tough place to live. It's not for faint-hearted people. It's not easy, but if you stick with it, it's incredible how God can touch your life and change you. So be flexible, be open to how God can change you, and look for the ways that you can work and see God in a situation.